Okay, guys, part 2. Okay. Will Smith was on Ellen the other day, and I believe they were talking about marriage, and he had stated to her that divorce was not an option for him and Jada. The reason why I love Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith is because of that very reason. Now, after you have gone and made the steps that you took, the steps that you needed to take, had that conversation with your significant other, after you guys have made a commitment to each other, and you have gone and jumped the broom, you have to understand that divorce is not an option. It cannot be an option. I really feel that, obviously if there's some type of abuse, or if there's some very, very serious life-threatening issues that you guys are dealing with, and obviously, definitely divorce is not totally out of the question. And I don't want to come off, trying to sound like a Catholic, because I don't believe in all that. But, I mean, you have to understand that, just because you get married and you get mad at somebody and it's not working out, all these things, you can't just sit there and think, you know what, I'm just going to get a divorce. Or he's not doing this, so therefore, I'm just going to give him so much more time, and after 6 or 7 months or so, if this is still continuing, I'm getting a divorce. I don't feel that, certain things are just like a non-negotiable, and divorce should definitely be one. If this particular person has serious issues, maybe substance abuse issues that develop, or maybe even possibly, financial addictions, like maybe this person likes to gamble, or men, if the woman ends up, always shopping and never handling their finances right, or never helping, do certain things, well then, yeah, you might want to, look at that as an option. But I think there's a substantial amount of investigating and knowing the person that you're trying to commit yourself to for the rest of your life. You have to give yourself time. You have to give yourself time. I told a very close person to me in my life something during a time in their life where they were going through a lot with their significant other. They're going through a separation or divorce, and I told him, I said, you know what, you will never really know a person fully. And the reaction that I had gotten from the person was just like, you know what, I never thought about that, and it never occurred to me that, you're right, you will never fully understand a person, you will never fully know a person, ever. And it's true. I mean, you're never really gonna know a person. The only thing that you'll know is what they will show you. That's the only thing. I mean, being married, knowing somebody, loving them for the rest of your life, it's a journey. I like to look at marriage, I like to look at it like a garden. It has to constantly be taken care of. You can't neglect it, and you can't think, for one moment, just because you have beautiful roses and sunflowers and the grass is green, the plants are growing, you can never ever underestimate that particular picture, because at any moment anything can happen, and the sun might not shine, for a couple of days. And when you have things dying, it's the same thing that goes with marriage. It's a constant, commitment. And I feel that, a lot of times people are not having fun anymore. People are not having fun with their partner. They're not and I feel that it's because of the fact that you don't really understand the true concept of having marriage, being married. You're not really understanding the true purpose. And a lot of times it's not because, you're dumb, or, people just aren't the way that they used to be. It's the reason why a lot of people don't understand this concept is because our society does not value what it takes to maintain a successful and fruitful marriage. Why is that? I have no idea. I can only think of, several things. There's a lot of, issues that America has to deal with. And we're seeing even now, in 2008, America is very, very much so, to me, in my opinion. It's sick, it's like a wounded, it's like a wounded soldier, or it's like a wound on your body that has been neglected, and not taken care of. And so you have so many symptoms of so many underlying issues that have never been addressed, that you lose track of, what this particular person or entity, is supposed to be, if that makes any sense. And marriage is not excluded in that picture. And so I really feel that, it's just gonna take time. It's just gonna take time for people to learn how to love each other again, for couples to learn how to truly support one another. And it's scary, it's a scary thing, because if you don't understand who you are as a person, if you're not committed to growing together and focusing on the goals that you want to achieve within your marriage, you're gonna really have a hard time. And I really feel bad for these people that get married and you don't make it. You end up getting a divorce, and if you have children, the children get exposed to different things, that they shouldn't. And it's just, to me, it's just heartbreaking. So I feel that, ladies, it's time for us to do a lot of work. We have a lot of work to do, not so much outside in the world with our careers, but we have a lot of work to do on the inside of our heart and of our mind. And I think that once you search within yourself and ask yourself particular questions, you will really, really find your happiness. You will find your joy. And your marriages it will not be like a chore. It'll be fun, it'll be exciting, it will be, bad sometimes. It will be, a struggle, but I believe that if you're invested in that particular person and if you're committed, I believe that, your marriage can last. So please, ladies, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I believe in love. I believe that you can always find love no matter what happens to you. And it may not even necessarily be from a man. A lot of times even women get caught up in that and kind of forget that there's other types of love that are out there. So hit me up, ladies. I'll be touching on this sometime soon in the near future. But I look forward to hearing from you guys.